Hello and welcome. Since Blackboard serves content via the internet, it is quite likely that courses developed in Blackboard would include links to websites and also email. In this session, we will examine how we can create a link to an email address and a website address, which is often referred to as URL, Uniform Resource Locator. In the design document, you will find components that require you to link an email address so that the student could click on it and send an email using an email client. You will also find images and text strings which need to be linked to a web address or a URL. Here in the design document, I have highlighted an email address that needs to be linked, the image that needs to be linked, and also the string of characters that need to be linked to a web address. So let's go ahead and get started. So the email address is in the faculty introduction. So as usual, we start by clicking on edit. And now what we are going to do is take this string of characters, which is the email address, and copy it. Now, keeping the email selected, we go back to our option to insert edit link and paste the email address that we've just copied. In front of that email address, we need to type in mail to and a colon. So this is the part that is critical to creating a link to an email address. Next, let's go ahead and select open in a new window and put in a title which says email the instructor, and then click insert. We have just created a link which the students will be able to click on. It will open their email client or email application, and then they'll be able to send the email from there. So before clicking submit, I'm going to go ahead and delete the instructions and click submit. Next, let us link the image to the URL. And the image is in week 1 introduction to sea turtles. So let's go to the weekly content, click on week 1 and then the overview. Now, as per the instructions, we need to link this image which we had set up earlier to this website. So let's go ahead and first and foremost copy the URL. Copy. And then when I return to my course, I click on the image and you should see it getting highlighted. And then I click on the link and paste the link that I copied over here. Open in a new window and add in a title. Link to Joe Ricci's website. Click insert. And we have now created a link from this image to the URL. Unlike text links, which usually clearly appear as linked text, there aren't any indications that this image is linked to a website. So in the interest of clarity and user experience, we could include a statement above the image which indicates that this image can be clicked on. And once I have typed it in, at this point I'm going to remove the instructions. Click on submit. So here we have our image, and the student will now be able to position the cursor on the image, and when they click on it, it will open up the website of Joe Ricci. Next, let us link the text string, and this text string can be found in the introduction to sea turtles. So when we go down here is the text string that needs to be linked. So let's again go ahead and click on edit And just as we did for the image, we are first going to copy the link or the URL and then select the string that needs to be linked. So in this case, it is the Sea Turtle Conservancy site. Again, we click on Insert Edit Link, paste the URL in the link path, open it in a new window, then put in a title, which is Sea Turtle Conservancy site link, and then click on Insert. And once again, I'm going to remove the instructions and click on Submit. The last thing we need to do now is to make sure that we check it in the student preview. And so the first link was in faculty introduction. If I click on the link, it opens up my email client, and now I can send an email to the faculty member. Next, let's go to the weekly content and look at the link for the image. Click on the image and it opens up the site, and the site is in a new window. So I can now close that window. And then the next thing I want to check is the string that I linked, which was right there. And so the Sea Turtle Conservancy site, again, it opens up in a new window, and there we go. So it looks like the 3 links that we have created are working as they should. Now would be a good time to go back to the design document, identify all the items that need to be set up as links, and complete the exercise.